Hi, everybody, and welcome to Life According to Nikki. You guys, can you feel it in the air? Can you feel my excitement, my pure elation at the fact that you're gonna get to listen to my interview with Gabby Beckford? The fact that this absolute icon talked to me? I can't. I literally can't even handle it. I have been talking about it nonstop to anybody that will listen and everybody who won't listen. That's how much it means to me. This has been an actual dream come true. This whole interview and just being able to be on a Zoom call with Gabby and chit chat about travel. I mean, I have followed her for so long. I have been obsessed with her. Okay, in a healthy way, but obsessed nonetheless. And her content has like low key changed my life. That's not a lie. That is not an exaggeration. I really don't follow that many like true influencers. That's not really my vibe. I claim to be an anti-influencer in a lot of ways, which is funny because obviously like I promote products and different things, but I do it in a very different way than I feel like a lot of people on the internet. And I love Gabby's channel. I love her stuff. I will buy anything that she produces. She is exactly the type of human that I can stand behind and follow to the ends of the earth because she is showing me how to do it for myself. And that's what I love about her content. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it. But if you do not know who this absolute queen is, okay, go ahead and look up Packslight, Packslight on Instagram. It is also going to be posted on my Instagram, the Life According to Nikki channel. You guys, it's going to be there and you're going to be able to find her. And just do yourself a favor. Go check out her blog. Go check out her Instagram. Go check out all of the things. She has news articles about her. She's been in Forbes, on CNN. She's given TED Talks. Like, she is incredible. And I can't wait for you all to meet her. Now, because Gabby is a boss woman and she does not have all the time in the world, we obviously could not talk for a super long time. So my chat with her is going to be the first half of the pod. And during our conversation, we talked about what do you do when everything goes wrong and when you're put in like really difficult situations while you're abroad. So I figured this was the perfect opportunity for the second half of the episode to be me retelling the story of the time that my friends and I were rescued by the Coast Guard in Switzerland, because that is a story worth hearing. And honestly, it doesn't get more worst case scenario, right? Like, it was truly hilarious, also so terrifying. And I'm really excited for you to also hear that story. So you are just in for an incredible episode, an interview with Gabby, a retelling of one of the craziest travel stories that I have. And I was so lucky because my friend Sierra came to visit me once again in Utah. And so we were able to tell the story together. So it's not just my perspective, it's both of us who were there on that river in Switzerland. And we're going to talk about what happened. Without further ado, here's my intro song. Are we kidding? Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, Gabby, why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners? I know who you are, and I will express my love for you in a moment. But why don't you tell my listeners who you are?
Thank you. Yeah, so nice to be on the pod. Thank you for having me. I'm Gabby Beckford. I'm the founder of Packslight, Packslight. I'm a travel creator. So I started Packslight.com when I was a freshman in college, and somehow it has spiraled out of control into being my full-time job for the past 4 years. And I talk about travel and lifestyle and making travel accessible for basically like young people, underrepresented, marginalized travelers. Like, I just think everyone deserves to travel, and that's become my whole life.
I love that. So I came across your page back in 2019 and
Love. OG.
oh, yes, I like to think I am. I was on your page when because your format has changed a lot,
Yeah.
which I've loved. Been here the whole journey. But I found you back in 2019 because I just taught in China. I was living in China for 6 months, loved it. And I actually want to talk in a second about your experience in Japan because you say on your page that you like found consciousness in Japan.
Yeah.
And I have never related to anything more than when you said that on your page. And I was like, I feel that way about China. I was like, there's something about Asia, just like really helps you find yourself. So I found you when I came home because I was like, I could do this for the rest of my life. That was the most incredible experience, changed me as a person. And also, I was 20 when I went. So I feel like I learned so much about myself, just literally leaving the country, knowing nobody, living over there, making friends, making a community, having the time of my life, discovering myself. And I was like, I'm only 20. Like, I have so much more to discover about myself. And then I found you. So I was looking for like minded people. Honestly, I was searching Instagram and different blogs and stuff about like people who travel, especially single women who travel. That was like my specific thing I was looking for. And I think you were like my second search that popped up.
Oh my God. Wait, not chronically single, must travel.
Oh, no.
I kind of beat that because you know what could be more important? Like I keep prioritizing travel. That's why I keep going. Like I get it.
Exactly. And everything that your page was about, you just had such valuable information. And I think that that's what sets you apart from a lot of these other people that I have since looked at their things and their blogs and their posts. Because although you are a travel influencer, you are so helpful. Like, I feel like you genuinely know what you're doing and you share that information. It's not just like, nobody can do this. This is like a glamorous, exclusive thing. You make it so inclusive. That's a huge priority, or at least it comes across that way to me.
Yeah.
And I read through all your blogs, all your information, and you are the reason that I went to the Virgin Islands and to Switzerland because of your
Thank
PTO
you.
dashboard, which we'll get to. I love your content. So everyone, listeners, go follow Gabby. Packslight. You will not regret it. I have not regretted it for 1 second since 2019. And look where I am now. I've like traveled all over the world because of Gabby Beckford.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I need that. I'm gonna take that clip of the recording and just make that like my ringtone in the morning, like to wake me up because that's you got it so right. That's exactly why I do what I do. Anyone who says like, oh well, I can't travel because blank, or like, oh well,
Yes.
I literally my whole content is you think that, but
Yes. Tell us about kind of what got you into this and if it was Japan or if there was some other experience that you had that you were like, no, this is amazing. I need to do this more.
the gaining consciousness in Japan is so real because actually my dad was in the military. And so we moved there for his work when I was like 6 or 7. And so me like becoming a human was when I was in Japan living amongst a culture where I didn't speak the language and like walking to school next to the beach every day. And just that was my like norm when I like awoke. And then
Yeah.
so after his 3 year deployment there, we moved back to the US and I was like, oh, like I'm American. This is normal this where people don't like it's statistically unlikely that like 70% of people will leave their hometown. Like 70% of people. That's
Mm,
like a really crazy statistic coming
yeah.
from, oh, it's so normal to not know the language. It's so normal to have people that don't look like you or like come from different backgrounds or they move every 3 months. So like that was my normal. And so coming back to the US and I was like, oh, I'm weird. That's great. Like that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy. So that crazy moment was the first thing of like, oh, that was like my cultural shock actually was moving to the US or moving back to the US. And yeah, I feel like that is what got it started for me that, there's so many different ways of life and like so many different options in life. What do I enjoy? What do I want to do? And I was like, yeah, I need that thing again, though. I need everyone's different. And that's like really exciting and a positive thing. I need people
Yeah.
move around a lot and have that freedom. People, change jobs and move their families. And like, it's just like a really open, abundant space to be in. And so yeah, I was like, yeah, that's what kind of I guess radicalized me. I was like, girl, we need to figure this out immediately.
Yes.
And so that's always been in the back of my mind through high school and college. I'm like, we need to get back to that.
Oh, I love that you're like, I found consciousness at like 6 or 7. I'm over here like, when I was 20 years old, I think I started being like,
I mean,
but
but that's what travel does, right?
mhm.
Like I gained consciousness because I was like, girl, what are they talking? Like, I literally don't know what you're saying. What language are you speaking? Whereas, like, if you're not challenged to kind of step out of your like calm
Norm.
normal, you don't. Like, who would? Who would go out of their way to be like, I need something really challenging and difficult and like gonna stress me out right now? No one does. So that's why I mean, gain consciousness is just me being like, wait, do I have choices in life? What is free will? Like that was me in Japan at 6 because I was like yeah, these people are different from me. And like, that's kind of why diversity is so good, right? Because it makes you have that conversation with yourself. Like, do I have to act like this? Or like, do I have choices in like, who can I, not who am I, who could I be? That's what's exciting about travel.
That line, who am I or who could I be? Profound. And I think that's what you
Yeah.
discover, especially now, like speaking as someone who's like solo traveled, when you
Yeah.
have nobody, it is you in a city you've never been, in a language you don't speak, like Wi-Fi is not working on your phone. Who are you going to be? Who do you want to be in this moment? Do you want to be the person that's upset, or do you want to be someone that takes life's challenges? And I don't know, I feel like I'm always surprised what I learn about myself. I'm
Yeah.
like, who is that girl that was able to
Right.
do all that?
You're like, I'm shy. I can't like can't make eye contact with people. Like that's who I am. And then you're alone in a train station in Seoul and it's raining and you need to go back to your hotel and you're like, we can't be that anymore, girl. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we gonna buck up? Or are we gonna cry and like sleep on the train station for 4 days? Like that's not an option. So it really makes you see, am I someone who can do hard things? And the answer is yes. Like that's the secret answer is like everyone can do this. It's just like, have you been challenged enough to like show yourself that you can do this? You have to build your confidence
Yes.
yourself.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure you get this where everyone's like, oh, I could never. I could never do what you do. And do you just instantly want to be like, actually, you could. You just have chosen not to, but like you're not ready to hear that.
Right. It's so hard. This is so like maybe meta, but like when I was in high school, my teacher taught us about Plato's allegory of the cave, which is like old, like Aristotle type
Yeah.
philosophy. And it's basically like when you're inside the cave, all you see is shadows on the wall. You're like, that is scary. What is that? That could be a dinosaur. That could be a guy with a gun. Like, what is on the, like, I don't know what's out there. I'm not doing it. And then once you work your way out, you're in the hallway, you see, oh, it's not that bad. Like, oh, the light scares me, but like, and you get out of the cave and you're like, oh, girl, it's fine. Or like, it's not perfect, but like, I can do this. But then you try to convince someone inside the cave to come out. It's such a wall. And that's why it's not so much like, girl, you don't know you're in the cave, like get out, like it kind of feels like that, but honestly it's like people have to have their own journey to that realization, and like you as someone who has done that walk can't convince them of what it's like. They have to see it for themselves. So my default is always like, don't trust me, trust yourself, go see for yourself. Like I don't even try to convince them. I'm like, I can just show you what my life is like on the other side and tell you that I think you deserve it too. And I just want to encourage you to do that walk and like see me and honestly see nothing special. Like I'm just a girl who took the leap early, a little bit earlier than you maybe, but I'm
Yeah.
just the same as you. And like if I can do it, you can do it too. And like that's more what, maybe I'll take one step, or like, Gabby's really not that special. Like I can do that. Like that's honestly my messaging. And maybe that's why people say it's like relatable or accessible, because I never want to make it seem like I'm better than people or smarter than people or richer than people. Like that's just not my story. I'm just a girl who walked out of the cave. Like, I don't know, I had less things holding me back from walking outside that cave. And now I'm like, just showing you we can come out. Like it's cute. It's warm.
It's so cute out here.
It's kind of cute out here. You could be here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. Relate to that. What do you say, especially to women, about the safety thing? Because that's so huge. That's usually a big thing that keeps people from leaving that cave
Yeah.
is everyone inside, especially, parents, loved ones, all good
Yeah.
intentioned of being like, you're gonna leave and you're gonna just be in so much danger and you're gonna get kidnapped. I mean, taken, like, oh gosh.
Traumatized a generation, including me, to be honest. Because like, why was she having so much fun and then like the worst thing possible like that is your anxiety in your head, right? Like I swear the worst thing possible is going to happen to you, and you're like, wait, not the whole
Wait.
movie. Why would you show me that?
Right. I mean,
I
like, my dad's not, he's not like that. No one's coming to save me.
No, my dad's like, I told you so. What? Right. Yeah, I mean, that movie, or like Hostel, people talk about. Like, if I seen a hostel, I've never even seen that movie, but I've heard about it so much as a solo female traveler that like hostels are deadly. That is like was inscribed on my brain,
Mhm.
right? Because
Right.
you
And
just
I love
can't help
hostels.
it. And then I love
Yes.
hostels. Yeah. But until you get out of the cave and see what it's actually like in real life, then all you do is hear the murmurs or see the shadows or hear the rumors. And it's terrifying. I totally get it. So to those people, it's not so much what I can say, because again, you can't convince someone. It's
Right.
really what you can show them. So I try to be really transparent with my content and say like, okay, I just like there was a time for my 24th birthday that me and my friend walked to Baltimore International Airport at 4 a.m. without a ticket and with just a carry-on, and we're like,
Yes.
I'm booking a flight to anywhere today. I have my passport anywhere. And we ended up in the Virgin Islands. And like I really was transparent with that process. Like I showed them calling my mom and being like, what have I just done? I don't know anyone there. Like, I'm gonna land there and have nowhere to go. Like, and my mom like making me feel better, and then landing and like, what did I do at the airport? My SIM card didn't work. Like, I really tried to be transparent and say like, okay, this is the worst possible scenario within reason,
Yeah.
and it was stressful, but I could do it. And actually, it turned out to be fun. So like, my messaging is not that it's going to be easy. It's just that you can do it, and you'll think it's worth it.
Yes. You posted something yesterday. Not me being a stalker, but
Or me.
but it was 20 things that you learned in your 20s.
Yeah.
You guys, check out this post. The advice that you gave, like the things that you learned, loved, but there was one in particular where you said, oh, where is it? It was something about like bad travel stories. Hold on, I'm gonna
Yes.
find
The
it.
most stressful, traumatizing stories are going to be the ones that are the best to laugh over, like in 1 year.
Yes. Okay, so tell me, what do you do when you are like up against a wall? Nothing is going right. You don't speak the language. You can't find someone that speaks English. Like, what is your attitude and what's like maybe your mantra in those moments?
I love that question because to me, that's what it gets down to is people like to catastrophize and be like, okay, if I'm in that situation, who do I call? Or like, is there a $200 app that I can download that will just solve all my problems for me if I just pay for it and like I can go to it and like someone will solve my problems for me? And the answer is like people want a quick fix. There's no quick fix, babe. There's no quick fix. And like the hardest part of travel, but also the literal best part of travel is that you can't skip the hard part. You have to go through it. That's like the best part though. Okay, so you're in the airport at 11 p.m. They're literally shutting down, the lights are turning low, and they're like, well, there's three of you left. See you at 4 a.m. There's no food. I'm drinking water and
Yes.
jerky. Like, this is the worst. And you can't leave because, like, oh my God,
Mhm.
that is going to be the best story to tell your kids one day. Like, the best. And you're going to use that as a life lesson to them of, like, did I die? No. And like even in that moment, that's my mentality. I'm in that moment, I'm like, I'm literally hungry. I have a short sleeve shirt on and it's winter and so like what happened to my jacket? Like security took it, like this sucks. This sucks. But in the moment, I'm like, you know what? And we lied. What a blessing to have this adventure. Like in that moment, in the cold, shaking on the stupid hardwood floor, like it's way too cold. I'm like, in 24 hours, I'm gonna be over this. Or in 48 hours, I'm gonna be over this. In 1 year, I'm gonna be tackling, I'm gonna be sharing this online. It's gonna go viral in 1 year. Like, I just think that this is such a temporary moment. And like, I mean, the actual thoughts I have are, is my life in danger? No, I don't know. I probably just try to make the best of it in that moment. Is there someone I can talk to? Like, that's why I'm on the internet so much. Like, I'm chronically online, even before I was an influencer, or had any followers, is that you can find community on the internet so fast. I would just be looking up stories of people who have gone through similar things and just be like, oh, not only am I not alone, but like reading this story, they sound so badass doing this. Like, I'm in the same position. If I just feel a little bit more badass, like, I'm them. If my life in nature, no, then okay. Suddenly this is me. Hey guys, it's 11 p.m. alone in an airport in Seoul. Come with me for the next 4 hours. People love, like, the story is worth it, is the bottom line. The story is so worth it. It's worth it.
Oh, I cannot relate more. There was one time I was in Scotland, two flat tires on the side of the road for 8 hours. It was my favorite day in Scotland. My phone was out and I was making story after story. And then when we missed our flight, like I literally was pulling out the phone, like laughing, crying, obviously. Like it
Okay.
was, you have your moment, cry for a
I'm really
sec.
stressed.
No, like, like this is the worst case scenario right now.
But also,
Let me pull out that phone,
I'm
the
gonna in
content.
years, I'm gonna pull this out at a party and be like, and I mean, social media is huge now, so I think a lot more people are relating to that. Like, oh, this could go viral in a year. Even if I, honestly, I tell this to people, if I was not an influencer, I probably wouldn't be on social media because I like to create. I'm not so much like binging, consuming so much. Like I like to tell my story. So even if I wasn't on social media, I would be in that moment, feel the exact same way because I'm like, I'm gonna write this in my diary later, and my kids, my great grandkids are gonna read this later and they're gonna eat this shit up. They're gonna be like, their great grandma was a badass. Like my great, she lived in
She
her 20s. So like that's what I want. I'm like, this is gonna go in my autobiography in about 40 years. Like it doesn't have to be do it for the gram or do it for social media. Just know that having a life worth telling a story about when you're 80 is all the motivation you need to take that risk. And sometimes it, like you said, it's not perfect. Sometimes it doesn't work out. But even those moments where it really doesn't work out, like I mean, I've been in the hospital abroad. I've like gotten food poisoning abroad. I'm like, is there really any silver lining to this? Those are the stories that make people want to know me more. When I'm at like a
Yeah.
business meeting, even I'll be like, yeah, well, can't be worse than that time in China. And people are like, wait, what?
What?
Like that's what makes that's your human. Your humanity comes from that struggle. It's like the most relatable thing you could do. So embrace the hard moments. They're the best part.
Oh, yes. I mean, I had to get a root canal when I was in China. Girl, like,
It's though. Wait, did I save money doing this?
I definitely didn't because I went to a foreign dentist, like a specific Western type of dentist. I
Same. You
definitely
got
didn't save money, but
I'm dead.
no.
Now you could be on social media being like, what not to do if you need a root canal in China.
That's
Because I want to know that. What happened?
one of my biggest pieces of advice now is like, do not be getting on a plane until you go to the dentist. Your tooth hurts a little bit, you've been ignoring it, you haven't been going to the dentist. Don't get on a plane because let
Right.
me tell you what's going to happen. Like that air
Mid-flight.
pressure.
Mid-flight, you're gonna be screaming, there's nothing they can do. They're like, hit her in
That's
the
what
head.
happened to me.
That's it.
That's what
Oh,
happened to
no.
me. Oh my gosh, nightmare. But best story. And you're so right. Like sitting here, I'm like, you know what? I didn't die. It did work out though. Like
It
it
kind of like in
did.
the moment you're so stressed, but then you're like, am I going to care about this in 12 hours when I get there? Or like it's going to resolve itself. Even sometimes I've had travel issues, that my flight got canceled and they're like, I'm not refunding you. I've wasted thousands, like $2,000, $1,000. And I'm like, how, like, this is the worst thing ever. And then in a year, I'm like, I would have blown that on at least 4 or 5 shopping trips anyway.
Girl math.
I mean, to be honest, I'm like, money
Yeah.
comes and goes. And like, yeah, maybe I still have $500 on my credit card debt. Ow. Was it worth the adventure of going? Is it worth being able to tell it at a bar? Is it worth telling myself, like, you know what? This guy just dumped me and like I am literally crashing out right now. If I could survive that toothache in the midair between China and the US, I can survive this breakup. Like actually that he actually is ugly. What happened? Like, hello? That it like helps you with life so much to go through hard things because you're like, you can't phase me, actually. I don't care. I don't care. I've survived worse. And like that's what it gives you. Like it toughens you up a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And that whole thing of like feeling like a badass, like, oh, nothing like travel will do that for a girl.
For a woman traveling
Mhm.
solo, you're going to tell me that, oh, you're too needy. I went to China solo for 2 weeks and backpacked and like was on the back of a moped and like saved a dog from drowning. Like I have so many stories and you're going to tell, like, I'm going to let this one guy ruin my confidence. I'm going to let this one teacher tell me I'm not smart enough to get this degree. I'm going to let this one boss tell me that I'll never go anywhere. You wish you could, but you can't because I've done it
Because
all.
I've done it. And that's the
I've
thing,
done
because I got the
it.
proof. Oh, you
All you have
guys
is
like
attitude.
rumors. Yeah.
Right. The rumor mill. Like, I'm like, you really, I mean, really, it does. It's not that it makes you hardened as a person, but it makes you just have such a perspective on everything. Like, you just have that little bit of perspective. Like, someone's yelling at you, like, swear, some people yell at me, and I'm like, I feel like you're projecting. Like, I'm like, I never would have even gotten there before because I would have just been so raw and like in that cave and being like, is that true? Like, and the spiral of doubt. I'm so confident now as a person that I'm like, honestly,
Feels like projection.
yeah. Or I'm like, you know what? I don't agree with you, but like, good luck with that. And like, you can't even upset me now because I've just gone through so many highs and lows emotionally, mentally, confidence wise. Am I worth it? Am I smart enough to navigate soul train stations? Am I brave enough to ask that person for directions I don't know on the street? Like, could I survive the taxi driver screaming at me because I don't know how to convert the dollar? But like, if I can survive all of that, daily life is somewhat of a
A
cakewalk,
breeze.
even though life's hard, but like, can be harder than that.
I absolutely relate to all of this. I feel it like so deep in my bones. I'm like, yes. And that's the thing is you go out, you do it one time, and that's what builds your confidence because you realize I can do this, especially as women. It's like
Yeah.
you've been written off for so long, you've been writing yourself off. And travel, especially solo travel, teaches yourself what you are capable of. It's
Yes.
proving it to yourself and getting past all the lies, all the rumors, all the false things. And you're like, no, but this is reality. I am capable of so much more than even the person that believes in me most. They could never imagine what I can actually do, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. I feel like the daily woman doesn't get enough opportunities to prove to themselves their self-worth and their
Yes.
self-confidence. It's like, don't even try, you'll fail. And women are kind of kept in that kind of like, well, I don't want to risk it. And travel makes you risk it. Even just little micro risks. Like, oh, I'm going to ask the guy if he can open the window shade on the plane. I'm going to ask him because I've never landed in Hawaii before. I need to see what it looks like out of the plane. Why is the window shade closed? I'm going to ask him. Who cares? And it just those micro boosts of confidence will develop your self-worth. And I feel like that's just universal. Every woman needs a little bit more self-worth in the world that we live in.
Amen. I only have you for a couple more minutes. I need to talk about your PTO dashboard because this is a resource that I have personally been using for years. I have found success in using this resource. So tell us about where it started, where we're going. I got the email last week. I'm pumped about it. Tell the people.
Yay, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for being an OG user. Like your testimonial means everything to me because yeah, the biggest thing, like talking about the cave, people are in the cave, they're like, that's too good to be true. There's no way people travel solo and they actually enjoy it. You have to be lying, you have to be exaggerating. There's no way there's scholarships that helps you go to China and you are not thousands of dollars in debt. There's no way your dad didn't pay for it. Like there's so much doubt and like fear. And so
Yeah.
I love the paid travel opportunities dashboard, the PTO dashboard that I developed was literally to, as I said earlier, you think you can't, but like financially, or like, I want to go to China, but I don't know how, or like, how do I make friends? Like, it's the ultimate, you think you can't, but because it's funded program. So if you think money is a reason that's holding you back, or confidence, or just overwhelm, like I remember I almost didn't study abroad in college because I was just too overwhelmed to try to figure it out. I'm like, I'm taking 18 credits. I'm a STEM major. I'm a Black woman. I'm young. Like, do I really want to figure out study abroad on top of this and be more uncomfortable? But a program, like just being able to be like, okay, I'm going to be part of this that already exists was so helpful to me and made it accessible to me. And so that's what the dashboard is. I love that you have your own stories. Like, I need to hear those stories too.
Yes.
But yeah, so it started off as a page on my blog. I told you I started Packslight.com and I was like, I need to do this thing. I don't know how, but I'm just going to like rough it. And it was just a page on my blog. I just put little entries into, and now with my frontal lobe fully developed and a little
Yeah.
bit of capital, now that I've been working, I'm able to make an entire platform, like an app that is just all those paid travel opportunities. The dashboard's still in there. That's the star of it, is all these, it's like a job. It's like LinkedIn, but for like travel scholarships and travel grants for every age. And so that's the star of it. But now there's also, I'm a big person who's like, thanks for, giving me the seed, but I need to know how to plant it. Like, thanks for giving me the fish, but I need to know how to fish myself. That's what I like to teach too, is like, don't just take a list of 500 scholarships and be like, I'm going to go do that. No, we need specific things that are fit for you. You need to know how to tell your story in a concise way. Quality over quantity, I guess, is my whole message. So that's what the dashboard does too, is like, let's filter it. Let's bookmark things. Let's have calendar reminders, because a girl like me, I always forget deadlines. I'm like, wait, that was due yesterday.
Yeah.
So those are all the things I want to address. Yeah. And that's what Seek PTO does. So that launches January 5th, 2025, seekpto.com. People can check it out now and get some info, but really January is when it starts. And I feel like it's just the perfect launch date for it. We have our new president-elect, I think, coming in January 6th. So to have this scholarship be like this whole database of like opportunity and abundance and travel and empowerment to be launching right at the top of 2025. I hope people put it on their travel bucket lists. I hope people use it to live out their New Year's resolutions. I hope people use it for the next, whatever, 10 years as like a source of inspiration of like other people's stories like yours. I need you, Nikki, to be on my testimonials page for it.
I'm there. You need my testimonial. I will write you a 12-page dissertation about like
I'm writing
everybody needs to follow Gabby.
Love. Yeah, I need that. People need stories like yours, honestly. So thank you so much for using the resource and sharing about it and being willing to talk about it, because everyone deserves to travel. There's not a single person who doesn't deserve enlightenment and community, feeling like they're not alone, and to like push the limits of who they think they are. That's what I want to do with Seek PTO.
I'm so excited about the changes that are going to come. And also, just as a side note, it's so affordable, everybody. Okay. Like, everybody shut your mouth about like paying for things. Like, please, the value in what you provide and you have been providing for so many years. I am someone that Googles all this stuff. Like, I Googled the crap out of scholarship things. I bought a book on applying for scholarships. And the most useful, I'm not lying about this, the most useful page that I have ever been to in my life is your PTO dashboard. Truly. I don't know how you find all that stuff, but you be digging. You're digging deep.
Digging years of like being in the industry and just knowing things that I've applied to and failed for. But I'm like, Listen, I'm gonna keep that in mind though, because someone else could apply for it. I just know
Yes.
so many in the back of my mind. And I feel like now my algorithms are all conspiring to assist me. And they're like, hey, there's this travel grant for recent grads who didn't get a chance to study abroad. And I'm like, how did you find me? But also now I need to pip this out. Like people need to know about this.
Yeah, you aren't gatekeeping anything, and that's what I love about you. As a type A girly, it's so organized, and I really appreciate that.
Yay! Thank you. Me too. That's my thing is like if I go in there, don't stress me out. Make it easy for me to find what I'm looking for. And like that's what I want to do. That's the experience. I want people to walk in, see something that fits them, put the perfect amount of time into it and like not stress and like write 12 pages and they only need to write two, whatever, like work smarter, not harder. And then get the email that's like, congratulations, we're going to Japan. Or congratulations, bucket list trip, 1 week in Fiji.
Everybody check out her page because she has studied everywhere. She's gotten multiple scholarships. Like Gabby
Yeah.
is not just someone that's like saying these things, she's doing these things and showing you. And that's what I love about your content is that exactly what you just said. You're showing, you're not trying to convince anybody. You're just like, look at my example, do it for yourself. My very last question, just really fast.
Yeah.
What would you say for a single female traveler? Would you say is like, go to this country? It's super safe. I had an amazing time. Like, I know you have a list on your Instagram, but
Right.
just right here, what countries are your top?
Top of mind, safe. I think of Japan. I do. I lived there too, right? So I have like as a kid, I felt safe. And as an adult, I felt safe. As a solo woman, I felt safe. As a Black woman, I feel safe. The infrastructure is great. The people are really nice. The food's great. There's a lot to do. Like I was hiking a volcano in Japan and I've been like in the spa in Japan. So like whatever type of person or adventure you want, you can find it. So I love Japan. I also love Mexico. Mexico is to me similar to the US that there's really safe, quiet. Your grandma could retire there, like quiet places. And then there's like crazy party, rough and like humble and whatever. So I feel like Mexico has my heart because it has the range that I like. You can get whatever you want in Mexico, but the people, the culture, absolutely beautiful, warm. They like to dance, they like to party, they want you to they'll grab you in the street and like come dance with them. Like they're so welcoming. I love that.
Yeah.
Last one, I love the Middle East. I love Jordan, Oman, United Arab Emirates. That's why I chose to study abroad when I was 17 there because I had the brainwashing, I had the shadows. I was like, the Middle East, like you know what they say. And then I'm like, what do they say? Who was saying that?
Who's
And
saying this?
who is saying it? I'm like, I need to go see for myself. I went there, I fell in love with the region. Now I go back as much as I can. I spent like 2 months in Jordan 2 years ago. I go back to Dubai as much as I can to see my friends who are begging me to come back all the time, like just great people. So yeah, those are my top of mind.
Oh, I love that. And all of the list for all the safe places, all of Gabby's favorite destinations. One last thing that you said on your Instagram post from yesterday was go far when you're young.
And
Yes.
like that's actually one of my first articles I wrote on Packslight.com. It was like, why did you study abroad in Dubai? And I was like, girl, I can go to London whenever, Rome whenever. Like those are first page of Google. Your friends want to go with you. Like you're gonna figure out a way to get there, I promise. Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Ouagadougou, like New Zealand, we need to figure it out now, especially while there's funding available, because funding does skew younger, and especially while you have like the risk-taking energy. It's so funny. I see people who are like, I don't know, the older I get, the more I get afraid of flying, for example. That's not my case. I love flying, but I see that happen. So like things just happen when you get older, you get more responsibilities, things in the back of your mind, like, should I be buying a house? Like, go do the fun things before you have those little voices in the back of your head. Like, yeah, so just do it. Just take the big risk, take the leap, and you're gonna enjoy it, I think, more while you're young, being like, on the floor of the airport just in case something goes wrong. Like, do it big while you can. And life is short, as we've seen. Like, anything can happen any day. Do it while you have this life to live.
Yes, you will always regret not going more than going,
Number two,
which, yep, number two. Loved that. Susan, I was reading through all of them and I was like, yep, yep, yep.
the commandments. I'm glad it was helpful for you. I love that resonated for you, that you were like, wait, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. And that's just so much of like what I talk to my friends about. My content is very aligned with you. I just love finding how the internet can bring people together, like-minded women. And there's strength in numbers, there's strength in sharing your experiences. And I just appreciate all that you share. Thank you so much for being willing to come on the pod today. This was just so wonderful, a dream come true, like genuinely. I have just followed your content. When I sent you that message, I was like, this is never, I mean, what am I even doing? Like this is ridiculous. I have so little followers and all this stuff. And here we are. So women, take the chance, take the risk. and do things you're genuinely passionate about, because that's where you're going to find yourself and you're going to meet people who make you more of yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. Period. Nothing to add. Thank you so much for having me, Nikki.
We are back with Sierra.
Hello.
Today we are retelling the story of the time that we were rescued by the Coast Guard.
In Switzerland.
In Switzerland. Why don't we start with you pitching the idea to me?
Honestly, wait, this was like not just the day of. Like, this was probably a week's worth of preparation.
So it's amazing that it went this bad.
Yeah, so we're both coming up to like the end of our stay in Switzerland, and we were like, we have to do all of the things that everyone does in Geneva. And the group that I worked with, they always said that they would jump in to the lake, like Lake Geneva, and they would ride down the river, and then they would get out at another point and then take like a bus back into the city. And so they would like float down the river in big like inner tubes and make like a day of it. So I was like, it's warm enough now. We're gonna leave soon. We have to do this very like locals experience. My boyfriend Chris, he got a dry bag for it. Also, that dry bag was so expensive.
Did he buy it in Switzerland?
Yes. And we still
Was
have
it
$1,000? It was like $150 at least.
Oh, absolutely. In Switzerland? I'm surprised it wasn't more, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we bought it and we were like, we're never getting rid of this. We still have this.
Yeah, no, you take that home.
But yeah, my gosh. So this was like actually decently prepared.
We're trying to be prepared because we'd lived there long enough that we're like, the Swiss people are extreme in their sports, in their adventures, in anything like outdoorsy. So yeah, we were like, we can play. Put us in the game, coach.
We'd been living there for 5 months at this point. Like definitely comfortable with the area, comfortable with the river. We'd been in the lake many times before this scenario.
They're different speeds.
Yeah, because the lake is more still, and then as it gets into the river, things get wild.
That's what we didn't know.
We'll get to that.
Okay, right. So, sorry, we get the dry bag.
And then we were like, we don't have any inner tubes, so I don't know how we're going to float. And Nikki was like, oh, I could ask like a member and see if anyone has any extra floaties or inner tubes that we can borrow.
So I sent a text out to the Relief Society, to the Geneva ward. Shout out to them. They are fabulous. They also provided all of my dishware for the entire semester, so that's to be noted. If you missed that whole interaction, go and listen to mine and Sierra's last podcast episode where Sierra, let's just say she didn't have that.
It's not that I didn't have, I had nothing. I had less than nothing. I was starting from negatives, it felt like.
She had to spend thousands of dollars at IKEA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whereas I was like, hey, can everyone in the Relief Society please pitch in? That's the culture I come from. So when I texted the Relief Society group and was like, hey, does anybody have inner tubes that we could borrow? Of course, people come through. There's an adorable family from Ireland that was like, we have some inner tubes. We have a giant flamingo, and we have just so big. It's going to be on the Instagram. So large.
And it's not the ones that have an inner bottom. Like, it's that big. Like, it's the ones that you
doesn't have a hole.
Like, sit on top of. Like, you're not touching the water.
So there's a giant flamingo, and then there was one that was shaped like a tire, and then there was a smaller one from a local grocery store called Lidl. Both me and Chris went to go pick them up from this household because
I was working at the time. So I sent Chris, was like, you'll find Nikki, you'll figure it out. I'll meet you at the river.
Chris meets up with me, and we both don't have cars, so we're taking public transit for all of this, of course. And Swiss public transit is incredible. We go to the house together, and they have a pump there, so we're like, we'll just pump it up now. So they're fully blown up, okay? Three inner tubes, and the flamingo is way bigger than an inner tube. Okay? We then have to haul these back on the buses. And I have a video of me that I took. You're not supposed to be bringing 3 inner tubes on a public bus. But there we were in our swimsuits with these inner tubes. You can't even see me. This thing's bigger than my body. And I'm like squeezing through the doors.
Like in Swiss public transit, you're not even supposed to talk to the person next to you if you know them. And so the fact that they're coming in with these like huge inner tubes, probably when people are trying to go home
From work.
From work.
I can't tell you. I didn't look around because like I didn't need the judgment. I was having a great time. What else am I supposed to do? I don't have a car. We get on multiple buses. There were multiple transfers to get to the river with these floaties.
Yeah, so then we're all three there, and I'm like, wow, this is incredible. You guys carried all three of these inner tubes, just the two of you? I'm impressed.
Chris did the bulk of the work. He took the flamingo.
Okay, by the time I left work, it's probably like a 10-minute bus ride. It went from perfectly sunny to like, there are some clouds around. But we're looking around, and on the bridge above, it's like a 15-foot drop, probably. And there are people just leaping off this bridge, having an amazing day at the river. There's other people, like, jumping in from the sides, and then on the other side, there are people, like, putting their feet in, and, like, some people swimming. It was a fun time. It was not anything, like, concerning. Like, the clouds were above. I was like, oh, it's just cloudy. I wasn't thinking, like, a storm was coming. I was thinking, like, the sun will come back in a few minutes. We put everything in the dry bag so that way we'd have phones for when we came out to figure out what bus we were going to get back on. We thought we'd prepared for everything with the dry bag. I'm not going to lie. We were like, yes, we're so smart.
I have video, and it's all going to be on the Instagram. The river, it was going so fast. Like,
we didn't think about that either.
So fast. Easily drownable fast, okay? We get on these inner tubes. No paddle. No way to direct ourselves at all.
We had a dry bag. That's all we need.
So we start, and we're going down, and I'm like, whoa.
It was really fast. Especially once we got past the point
where there were people.
When the rivers combined, it just, like, doubled the speed. Like, there's a river from the France side and a river from, like, the lake in Switzerland, and when they combine together, it's double
fast.
time, like, whitewater rafting fast.
And I'm on a flamingo.
Like,
and
charging ahead.
The water is cold, too.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that cold.
It was very cold. And you were on the flamingo. You weren't even submerged.
So, I think we're going for a good, like, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe, when I start being like, maybe we didn't think this through.
I was still like, no, this is fine. This is fine. It was like the meme of the dog in, like, the house that's burning down being like, this is fine. Going so fast, the clouds are getting so dark.
Like, wait, can I say really fast? When we're on this river, at the start of it, there are restaurants along, the bank of it. And there's tons of people. And I'm on this giant flamingo waving like a freaking Mia Thermopolis in the parade. I'm like, oh my, hello, everybody. Bye. Which makes it really funny when the next part of the story comes up. Just know, all of these people watched us. Make fools of ourselves. Make the worst decision to float down this river. Being like, we're the only ones on the river, by the way. There were people jumping in from the bridge and like,
They would swim to the ramp and get out.
But no one's free floating.
No.
No one's doing what we're doing. We're the only ones there.
But let's remind ourselves that people do this. People do this. Just not that particular afternoon because they looked at the weather app.
We had a dry bag.
We have a dry bag. If it rains, we have a dry bag.
So anyways, we're about 10 minutes in when I was like, so do we know where our exit is? Because all potential drop-off spots are gone now. Up until that probably like 10-minute mark, there were places where we could have
swam off
to a shore. But now there's nowhere.
We've committed. You thought we committed when we got into the river. We really committed when we left the city.
Just us on the water, nowhere to get off. Now there's trees and things coming in from the sides. It was like we were floating down almost like a jungle. Is what it felt like. If you could picture, there's just like branches and trees and stuff on the sides, but there's nowhere for you to like stop off, or sand of any kind. That's kind of like what's on our sides, while we're propelling ourselves at way too fast a speed down this river. Now at this point, Sierra, this is where I was like, oh, this is a bad situation. There was a branch that was sticking out, and part of it was dipped into the water. So naturally, the really, really fast water was pooling around and creating like this vortex,
A little
whirlpool around this very thick branch that was in the water right there. Well, Sierra ends up falling off or getting off her tube. What happened?
No, I purposefully jumped off the tube because...
Oh, because you were going to hit it.
Yeah, I was going to run into the branch. I was kind of trying to stay towards the side because I was like, if I see an exit and we're coming up so fast, I could like get to it. But I didn't take into account like the unkeptness of the trees. And so I'm like, oh, I'm heading straight for this massive tree trunk. I like kind of jumped ship from the tube and went underneath it. And I was totally fine. I popped back up, but I think I scared Chris and Nikki because they were in the middle.
I thought I'm being dead serious. There was a split second. My heart stopped and I was like, she's not coming up. Because it was the whirlpool area.
Fast.
And it was like, whoosh, you were like swept under. And there was the branch right there. And I was like, and I'm way over here. Again, no way to get to her because the water's way too fast. I have no paddle. I'm on a flamingo. And so I'm like way too far. I see you get sucked under.
I was like holding myself with the branch, but you probably couldn't see it.
I couldn't see that because your tube blocked you.
Like I was like, I don't want to hit my head here, so I'm just gonna like floop.
Yeah, what was casual for you? I was like, did she just die?
Yeah, so then I pop up, I get back on my tube, I'm like, okay, this is great.
And she's all casual. Well, meanwhile, Chris and I are like pretending like we both didn't have the same thought.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, my team said it was like 30, 40 minutes, and we're like 10 minutes in, kind of like 30 minutes. And they're like, we gotta get out of here. And I'm like, but guys, if we just ride it out, I mean, like, there's an end point to this eventually.
And that's when I think I start quietly panicking.
No, you were quietly panicking, but you were also like, we gotta find an exit point.
Yeah, I was like,
I think it's time to call it. And I'm still like, I really feel like we're fine.
You were so chill about it, and I was like, I think we're in a very, very dangerous situation, actually.
And like her and Chris are both like, let's find it. So then I'm looking around, I'm like, where are we gonna get out? Like, tell me where.
I want to like just really quick paint this picture of this conversation because you would think we would like, we're panicking. I feel like it was very calm.
No, it was very calm.
I
wasn't concerned.
Me being like, just a thought.
No,
Maybe this isn't the smartest thing we could do today.
And Chris was like, we need to get out. He was a little more outwardly like, Sierra, can you just think about this with your brain?
It was so dangerous. Like,
I still kind of look back on it like, I mean, we were in the middle. Like,
we could have all easily drowned. Like, so easily. And we all are swimmers. Like,
yeah, no, we all know how. Oh, that would be stupid.
That's what would have been stupid. Not getting on a 70-mile-an-hour with no drop-off point and no way to steer.
There was a drop-off point. I just didn't know how or when or where. I saw it roughly on the map, but I have no idea where we are on the map right now.
Because the phone's at the dry bag.
Exactly. And it kind of defeats the point of the dry bag to ground. We were floating for a while, like 5 to 10 minutes, and then things got darker. I went under the tree. I went to the middle. And I feel like it was like a 3-minute conversation. And then like within that 3 minutes, I was looking around like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. And right about then is like, there's big boat with a motor.
It's coming towards us. Upstream.
And we thought like, oh, they're just going back to the lake.
No, I knew what was going on.
Oh, I didn't.
No, I saw that boat and instantly my first initial thought was, we're going to get arrested. Instant next thought, this is about to be the funniest story of my life. But I could see that this was like an official boat. Like, this is like a Coast Guard boat.
It was red. Well, I think I originally thought maybe they were going to rescue someone else. And then I was like, oh. It's did somebody call them? Like,
probably every single person that I waved at was like, yeah, you're going to need to get someone on the boat. Because we're never going to see those people again if we don't.
I'm sure they looked at us and they were saying to themselves, like, what idiots. Like,
oh, absolutely. The boat comes towards us and
flying.
Well, it had to be because there was so much current that it's got to push up against.
And I think by that point we were all kind of holding on to each other, like one hand or flamingo head.
So they pull up.
They were the most beautiful men I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I've entered heaven.
I think his first question was, English?
Yeah.
And all three of us, yes. Yeah. And then he says, are you okay? And you were like, yeah. And I was like, good. Sierra, I'm going to need you to not talk right now.
It's like, do I not look okay?
The way that they're so concerned. You guys all right? Sierra's like, yeah, we're good. We're so good. Why would you ask?
I honestly thought they were going to help somebody else.
And then you said, yeah, we're fine. And then he was like, do you know that there's a huge storm coming?
And we were like, oh, I think he even said like lightning.
Yeah.
And I was like, then I'm not okay. If that's the case.
Well, and then you said, well, we were going to go to the drop-off. And he goes, that's like 2 hours down the river. We're going to another country. Like, 2 hours is what he said was the next drop-off. Again, just to like really put yourself there, imagine having this conversation while you're swimming down the lake, also yelling over the boat motor
And looking up at all of them.
It's like the most gorgeous men you've ever seen trying to have this conversation. Anyways, he was like, would you like us to help you? And I think you might have even said like, I think we're good. And I was like, yes.
I think when he said 2 hours and storm, I'm like, lightning is where I draw the line. So up until this point, I was good.
Oh my gosh. They're like, okay, yeah, we're going to help you. We're going to get you out. Because I was like, yeah, can you take us back, please? Because in my head, I was like, oh, God delivers. Like, literally, when that boat... So once my first initial thoughts of like, we're going to get arrested. This is going to be a funny story. My next thought was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, literally. Because I was like, I almost just watched Sierra die. Like, I'm gonna need someone to rescue us. And like, boom, there they are.
No, it was seriously like we were having the conversation of how do we get out, and then they showed up.
Yes, it was my prayer. But that was, you saw my answer. So my prayer is what was.
And I still was
me
like,
pleading to God in my
I don't
head.
want to inconvenience you here.
And me being like, I prayed them here. Get on this boat. When we were having that conversation, I'm praying in my head, like, please, somebody help us. And then they immediately came. So we get in the water, they grab our tubes. Then, this is quite the moment for me. When I reach my hand up, they grab my hands, pull me out of the water like I weighed nothing. It's like, oh.
Like a feather. And you know, like when you're pulling someone out of the water, it's almost like they're more heavy because like gravity starts to take over.
And you got the current.
Oh yeah, and the current.
No, like just like pop,
just have like this
Well, thank you.
this like flashbulb image of him like reaching down his hand towards me. I was like, oh my goodness.
Chris, he's like,
Please save me. And then Chris had to get pulled up by one of these guys. He was also lifted like bloop. And so now in this boat, there's these 3 gorgeous men taking us back into the city where we just passed everyone so confidently. And the boat is filled with our 3 inner tubes. And this massive flamingo is like the only thing I could see.
and it took us so long to get back because the current was so strong.
It was
that I was like, we went so far. And anyways, we're like traveling back. I have the most iconic video from that moment, which will be on the gram, of like that moment of us on the boat with the gorgeous men behind us.
And Nikki goes and starts filming them like immediately. She's like, you don't mind this, right?
It's for the gram.
She's like, no one will believe me if I don't take a video right now.
No, for real. And it was like just the whole thing was like the funniest thing ever. We're going back and we pass by, and I, being the person I am, wave at all the people that I had passed on the way down. Flamingo. And now I'm being rescued by the Coast Guard, and I'm like, hey, we made it, everyone. Because I know no shame or embarrassment. We get back on land, they drop us off.
Exactly where we left, like the exact ramp, because there's lots of different ramps that go into like.
Yeah, dropped us off. We said thank you so much. And then,
They were laughing at us.
Oh,
I don't know if they
absolutely.
were laughing with us.
no, I would be laughing at us as idiots. It's like literally like at that point now, like
It
the
started.
thunder's rolling in.
Yeah.
Like it's about to rain.
On the bus, it started raining.
Yeah, no, it's very ominous weather. Very.
Will say I never saw it lightning.
But I had asked them, like, what are you guys doing? And he was like, we're here to, like, rescue people on the river right now because of the storm. Like, we go
Yeah.
out every storm.
Make sure everyone's off.
Yeah,
and, like,
mainly
out of the water.
because idiots like you,
Americans
Americans like you, get on this water.
trying to be local, and we missed a few steps, but we did have a dry pack.
And in the end, did we die?
No, we were fine. I was more upset that I couldn't continue the journey down.
It is one of my favorite stories that I look back on with such fondness. It goes to show you can be in, like, you know, tricky, scary situations. There's a way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, say a little prayer. Send that on up.
Honestly, like, also, why did he ask me if I'm okay if that was what he was going to pick us up anyway?
Well, because you were so fine. That me, the relief flooding over my face at seeing him, and you're, like, confused. Like, why is he stopping?
I feel like he's going to go rescue somebody who's, like, drowning. Don't you need to get there? I got a floaty. I'm not going to drown.
It's from Lidl. So yeah, check out the Instagram to see the video context to that story, and really just be a little smarter if you're gonna go out. Get the dry bag for sure, but maybe also look at the weather. No concept of time, how long you're gonna be doing something. Maybe if there's a drop off. You
have
know,
a backup, potentially.
Yeah. Maybe have a paddle, a way to steer yourself if you're on really, really fast water. Or, you know, pray to God and he'll send the Coast Guard. That could also happen. That is our story. Anything else?
We forgot towels, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were just, like, soaking wet on the bus.
On the bus. With the floaties.
We went back with the floaties. We were just like, well... That was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie.
I think the whole thing, like, in total was an hour. And it was supposed to be an all day, like, all afternoon thing that we were going to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, those tides turned quick.
Honestly,
Came in.
we had the best of both worlds. We got to tube, and we got a ride back.
So right. And honestly, the story was worth it all. That's
Yeah.
what I'm here for. I'm here for the content. And it was chef's kiss.
I cannot tell you how fast Nikki pulled out her phone. As soon as she was like, hand me the dry bag.
One thing about me is if I'm crying, my camera's probably going to be out. If I'm in a stressful situation, camera's out. Because this is going to be funny in like a week, you know?
I mean, it was funny
It was funny in the moment,
as
too.
it was
but-
happening.
Oh, yeah.
Especially driving past everyone that we were like being like, haha, we're floating down the river and you aren't.
Like, haha, we're being rescued by the Coast Guard and you're not. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Bye. Thank you all so much for listening to today's episode. Thank you to Gabby and to Sierra for guest starring and coming on, talking with me, just talking all things travel. That's one of my favorite things to talk about. If you want to hear more stories about what it was like to live in Switzerland and the truth about studying abroad, go check out episode 17, also with Sierra. Again, thank you guys for listening. Have an amazing week. And we have Gabby Beckford giving us our sign out today.
Thanks for listening to our thoughts on life, because this has been Life According to Nikki.